Good evening, everybody. This is Gail. It's Friday. I'm maybe on a few minutes early. I'm trying to get the light right, but no matter what I do, I've got the light coming in from the blinds. So forgive that. I'm going to see if I can position myself just a little bit better for that. Still going to happen. So thank you for watching on Friday night. Friday nights are Glamour, and we are trying to keep the Friday nights between 25 to 30 minutes. So this is going to be short and sweet. This is my fourth in a series, and they're also being streamed to my YouTube channel. So if you want to go back and watch any sequence, they're there in the YouTube channel. Tonight, I did say last week I was going to talk about eye shapes, but you know what? I'm going to start tonight with brushes and brows, because a lot of the eye designs I'm going to be showing you and teaching you and telling you about, it's going to need the brushes. And if we don't start with the foundation of the brushes we're going to use, then we haven't got the best ones. Now, eye shapes, I will touch on the eye shapes. We'll go over them a little bit, but I'm not going to get into them tonight because that's going to take a while. So I'm just letting you know, tonight is brushes and brows. So just let me remind you also that I do want you to go ahead and download the Mary Kay Mirror Me app. You can find it on your Google Play Store or your Apple App Store, and it's free, and you can get it for yourself, for your friends, for your family. It's just a fun app because it adds pictures, it adds makeup to yourself as you look at it, and you can just show it to everybody. It's just a fun app. So I am going to go ahead and remember, if you book your own Happy Skin Hour or Glamour appointment with me or bring friends, you get free Mary Kay. So, and this month we're doing a drawing for $100 worth of Mary Kay. So please to make sure to sign in to let me know you're there. My sister has Friday nights off. She doesn't get to be on with me. So you have to sign in, and I look at it afterwards to make sure you're here. I can't always see. Sometimes I can put on the comments, but not always. So I'm just letting you know that I won't always know you're there until afterwards. I know there's 2 people watching so far, so thank you, whoever it is. It just says, it's just told me Facebook user, hi Gail. So the only way I can see it when I'm streaming live is if you put your name. So say, hi Gail, this is, oh, there I saw Elaine. Hi Gail, this is Elaine. So I got you, Elaine. I got your picture up here. I don't know how come, but I just did. So thank you. So sign in so I know you're here, because every time you sign in, you get points and towards the $100 gift basket. So tonight, again, we're going to be talking about brushes and brows. So we're going to start. I want to talk about brushes as a whole. There's 2 types of brushes that we have on the market right now. One is natural hair, and they're excellent. And the other one is synthetic hair. And there's been so many great strides in synthetic hair brushes that they are really good. The difference is that natural hair brushes, the hair is awesome, and they make great brushes. They are on the higher end of the price, but the synthetic brushes are virtually the same, and they're very easily washed. They're cleaned. You can wash them more often. With the synthetic brushes, you can wash them and put them to dry. With the natural hair brushes, you have to wash them and use conditioner on them, because what happens with the natural hair brushes is they kind of get, if you don't put conditioner on them, just like your hair does, you know, they kind of get. So that's all I can tell you. I've got a lot of natural hair brushes, and I love them. I love them. I mean, there's some really expensive natural hair brushes out there, but I really wash them with cleanser, shampoo, and conditioner to keep them, because I've had experience. So the Mary Kay brushes currently are the synthetic hair fibers, and they're really good. So I'm going to go first with the brush collection. Now, the brush collection comes as a collection. Let me see if I can get. And the whole collection comes in a great little Ziploc bag, a little case which has everything in it. You know, it's got two little sections. You can keep your brushes here and here. You can add to the brushes because there's more space for them. You can add anything you want in this bigger section here. You know, these are bigger sections here. You can put maybe lip glosses or things, or just more brushes, which is what I would suggest. It comes with instructions on how to use the brushes. And they come already nicely set up like this in plastic, so you know they're new. So I want to show you what comes in a set. The first one that comes in this set is the, I'm trying to go through my chart so I just make sure I have it all for you. The first one that comes in this set is this great all over powder brush. Now here's the secret. It'll tell you all over powder. Do you see that? All over powder. It's a little hard to get it in, but that's it. Actually does say all over powder. So all the brushes say something. This is a big fluffy brush. Here's one thing that all the makeup artists say: if it bends, it blends. If it's so dirty that it just won't bend, it won't blend. So if it bends, it blends. This is a synthetic fiber. It becomes very fluffy. In fact, this is mine that I've been using for a long time. Well, not so long. I mean, I probably need to wash it now. I kind of wash them every week. You can see I've got powders on it. But this is my big old fluffy brush. I just love this brush. It's great for all over powder. That's the new one. That's my one. I'm going to show you the new one. I'm not supposed to show you dirty brushes, just saying. So this is the all over powder brush. How you hold this one is you hold it near the tip of the handle up here. If you want to get a great all over, you hold it away. If you want to get more intense, you kind of hold it closer, but you hold it to the tip of the handle and you use a gentle sweeping motion. So I like to dip it. If you're going to put it in loose powder, you're going to dip it. You're going to shake off or knock off the excess loose powder. Out if you're going to sweep across pressed powder, and you're going to use circular sweeping motions to just make everything so smooth on there. I love this one. So use it for blending, for touch-ups, or for setting foundation. This is our all over powder brush. The next brush that comes in the set is the cheek brush, and I think I've spoken. Oh, I've just dropped one. You know, I managed to drop something every single evening, so why should tonight be any different? This I've spoken about before. In fact, I showed a video on this last week while we were doing cheeks. This is a cheek brush, and it's got a 3-in-1. It's got the shorter end, and it's got an area where you put your thumb on the ferrule, and you can make it a fan like this to do things, to do special line, contour line. It's got this center section, which is used for powder, and then it's got the outer section that can be used for highlighter. You can either choose to use the highlighter this side or that side. It's your choice, depending on how you want to hold it. But this is the cheek brush. It's a 3-in-1 brush, and it's a great, great brush. So that's the cheek brush. That comes in the collection also. So the third thing that comes in the collection is the all over eyeshadow brush. Let me find it. I have to unwrap it. It is the all over eyeshadow brush. This is the all over eyeshadow brush. It is exactly what it says it is. It's the all over eyeshadow. It's a medium tapered brush to get eyeshadow, so you could get it all over, like the lid or the whole eyelid. It's the all over eyeshadow brush. This is the shape of it. I don't know if you can see. That's the shape of it. It's got a tapered tip, and it's really good for, I'm always backwards, for all over eyeshadow. So that's the all over eyeshadow brush that comes in the set. The next one that comes in the set is the eye crease brush, and it is this one with this angled tip. See if I can show you the eye crease brush. It's got an angle, and it's got more of a, you can use it this way or you can use it more that way. So it's the eye crease brush, And you always want to start from the outer corner of the eye and work in. So the eye crease brush is to work eye color from the corner of the eye and working in. And that's why it's angled like this shape. So you can use the narrower part towards your eyelid, your lash line, and then you've got the wider part to angle in. You can also turn it this way, so you've got more of a sharper edge if you want to do it here or in the crease. But this is your eye crease brush. It's a great shape. It's very soft. It's very flexible. It's very bendable. And then the last one that comes in this set is the eye smudger brush. And this one is a dense tapered tip. It comes to a point. It's a dense tapered tip, so you can get more into the areas. This can be used for underneath the eye. It can be used for smudging liner along the lashes. It can be used to get little areas here or even on the inside. So it is the eye smudger brush. So it's a great little brush. This is what you could use if you want a smoky eye. This is a great brush to do a smoky eye, and it helps add detail in hard to reach places. So those are the brushes that come in the set. It's 5 brushes: the cheek brush, the all over powder brush, the cheek brush, the all over eyeshadow brush, the eye crease brush, and the eye smudger brush. Now we have some extras. We have some specialty brushes. And that's why I always say, I'm going to put those papers down. That's why I always say you've got extra space so you can add your brushes. Somebody just said, I love my brushes. So thank you for whoever said that. Thank you. That might be Wendy. Thank you. So we've got some extra brushes, and I want to show you about some extra brushes. Let me see. I have them all here for you. Alrighty, 1, 2, 3. Not the powder. Okay. First of all, we've got is the cream. I got them all mixed up. Eye all over eye. This is the cream color brush. Again, I think we talked about this on a session where I was talking about concealer. This is a cream color brush. It's a great brush. It's got a tapered point again. It looks very similar to the all over eye brush, but it's slightly different. It's flatter. It's not as fluffy here, and it's got more of a tapered tip. It's really got a very tapered tip, and it's specifically for creams, for concealers, for cream eye color. This brush, you need 3 of these. You need 1 for concealer, 1 for just general application of any type of cream eyeshadow, another one if you're doing anything before with the eyes, and you just need 1 that you keep it clean all the time. So I'm going to take off this this banner so that we don't have that taking. Okay, so this is the Mary Kay cream color brush, and this is an exceptional brush. It is used with liquid eyeshadow, with under eye corrector, with perfecting concealer. And the way this brush is shaped, it allows you to go into those hard to reach areas and get really close under your eyes. When using concealer with this brush, this allows you to get close to the eye so that you look like you actually slept for hours. Another way to use this brush is with cream eye color. So this is one of my fave brushes. I hardly use concealer. In fact, I don't use concealer without using this brush. So that's the cream brush. I have probably 3 of them, 4 of them scattered around. I'm not scattered around. And, you know, I have always 1 in my travel makeup, 1 in my bathroom, 2 in my bathroom. So, all right, the next specialty brush we have is the Mary Kay powder foundation brush. Now, remember back when we talked about the foundations we had, and one of them is a mineral powder foundation. Now, mineral powder foundation, remember I was telling you, is originally from minerals. We add vitamins and ingredients that are good in your mineral powder, make it into a pasty sludge. It's then put on a roller that goes through a kiln. So it's dried at tremendous heat, so it's sterilized and bactericized and everything. And then from that kiln, it goes down and it goes into a super fine grinder that grinds it into the mineral powder foundation. But remember, because it started with some vitamin E and extra benefits in it, that when you get it on the brush and it gets to your skin, and the warmth of your skin will create it more like a foundation than a powder. So that's why it's called a mineral powder foundation. It becomes more like a foundation. I mean, it is a foundation. It's not a finishing powder, it's a foundation. So we really do prefer to have this brush. This brush has this rounded tip. And what you want to do with this brush is you actually get it in the foundation, the mineral powder foundation, which is in the cap. You do that. You actually work it, the foundation, into the brush, so it's picked up a lot of it. You can tap off the excess. I like to just do it on my finger like this. And then what you want to do is you want to use it to buff the foundation into your face. Think about applying a liquid, but it's in a powder form. So you're going to use it to buff foundation into your face. It also, this is the brush also that can be used with cream to powder foundation. So this, although it says mineral powder foundation brush, this is a great brush for both of those. You don't want to hold it too far away. You want to hold it pretty close so you get some good results from it, but you want to buff it into the skin so you're more pushing. You're using this rounded side to buff it into the skin. So this is your mineral foundation brush. So that's another one. Then we have a liquid foundation brush, which is this one. This one, I'm actually going to show you a little video about some of them. This one has got the flat head here. And this is a very dense bristle. It's still a soft. Remember, if it bends, it blends. It's still very soft. But what's good about the flat is it is synthetic. So it's not going to do that natural hair pulling. So you can actually put your foundation right on here and buff your foundation in. I actually prefer to put my foundation either right on my face or on the back of my hand, and then I get the foundation and I work it in. That's my preference, but you can do what you want. You know, you can work it any way you want, but you can use it to add liquid foundation directly onto the center of the brush or the back of your hand, and then you want to stipple. So you start at the center, and stippling is this motion. Very fast pats. That's stippling. You can use this for stipple, and then you can also use it to buff using a circular motion. But when you first got found, if you have foundation on it, you want to actually use it as a stipple. Or if you pick it up from the back of your hand, you want to stipple. Or if you've got it on your face, you want to pick it up on your face and stipple, and then you can use it as a buffer. This one and this Mary Kay blending brush, I personally think they should be used together. This has the toothbrush shape to it, as you can see. This is even a denser bristle. This is a very dense bristle. It's also synthetic, and this one gives you beautifully blended foundation. This one, let's see if I can get information. Again, you can place the foundation directly on it or on your skin, and you want to do short sweeping or circular motions with this. You usually, remember, you want to work, even if you work sweeping motions or circular motions, you always want to end up working your foundation down, because you don't want, everybody has got little fine hairs, and you don't want them up grabbing foundation, because that's when you're out in the sun and everybody can see that. So you always want to end up with downward strokes. But these two brushes together are amazing, amazing. This one and tons of short, densely packed bristles work overtime with liquid or cream foundations to blur imperfections and create all over full coverage. Again, this is one you can also use with your cream to powder foundation. But these are my two foundation brushes. I'm going to show you a quick little video on this afterwards. And then the other brush that is an exceptional brush is this one. It is called the Eyebrow and Eyeliner brush. Eyebrow eyeliner brush. That's what it's actually called. And it actually says it on it. This is what they call a spoolie tip. That, I don't know if you can see it. It's a spoolie tip, and this is the best for eyebrows. So after you put anything on your brows, you really want to use it. This is one of, in fact, I don't even have a new one to show you because they're so popular. I just had to order some. So you want to use it to brush your brows up, up. It's really hard in the camera and I can't see. Up and out. So this is the spoolie tip. And then this one also has dual usage. It can be used as eyeliner to get close, or eyeliner. Or what's also really good is I'll often use it above to just get any, you know, if you want to just focus a straight line up here to make sure you've got it all clean up top. This is a very useful brush. I use this every day. In fact, I had to wash it before I could show it to you because I don't have a new one to show you. But this is a very good brush. And then the other one, it's not a brush, but I always have to talk about it, is our sponge. I thought I had one out here for you to show you. I talked about that last week a lot, but that to me is one of the accessories that every woman needs, is the blending sponge. Obviously, I didn't have it out. Okay, the other thing we want to talk about is cleaning your brushes. And again, as I said, you want to clean them all the time. You want to really do a deep clean on them once a week. Some people say use Dawn dishwashing liquid. One of the things I found is our Mary Kay 3-in-1 cleansing bar that's excellent. Again, remember, if it's natural hair, you want to add a conditioner to it. But in between times, here is the Mary Kay brush cleaner. And this is an excellent product. This is not only going to clean, it's going to disinfect. So if you were to share a brush, which you shouldn't do, but if you're to share a brush with your sister or a best friend or something, you take this and you spritz it and you wipe it off. Now, it's got a fair amount of alcohol, so don't do it over natural wood because it can take the stain off natural wood, but any granite or over a sink is great. So you spray it directly on the brush. I'm not going to do that because these are new clean brushes. Spray it directly on the brushes to wet the brush. Then you take a paper towel, not a Kleenex, they kind of break up, a paper towel, and you wipe the brush and you clean off the brush, and within moments the brush is dry and can be used again. It's clean and it's disinfected. This is a great product for daily cleaning of your brushes. But once a week you want to do a really deep cleaning of your brushes. So remember, if you don't want to spend lots of time every day cleaning your brushes, get 2 or 3, and then I line them up on my sink, and just about every third day I just wash them. So, but this is our Mary Kay brush cleaner, and here's the best part about this: it's only $10. It's like amazing. This stuff is great. This is the, I mean, I just keep one in my bathroom. In fact, the other day I didn't have my glasses on and I picked it up and I thought I was going to do hairspray. I realized what it was. Oh dear, sometimes I laugh at myself. That's the only thing I can do. So I hope you all are laughing at me with me. All right, so that's brushes. And so we're going to be really talking about those in depth when we do eyes. I want to do a little bit on brows. So before I do that, I'm going to see if I can do a share screen, and hopefully with sound. Hopefully I'm getting better at this. I'm doing this. Application window. Here we go. Sharing this. This is one of my favorite makeup artists. Her name is Lori Hogg, and she is just great. As far as I'm concerned, there's 3 makeup artists that I like. Louis Casco, who is Mary Kay's makeup artist. Robert Jones, who used to work for Mary Kay, but he's now this fabulous big guy. He does all over. And Lori Hogg, who is amazing. I've learned so much from her. So I'm going to do this, and I'm going to...
How many of y'all got spices in your cabinet at home? How many of you have a lot of spices in your cabinet at home? Here's the thing, though. These are our spices for our bathroom. Y'all with me? These are brushes. These are lifesavers. These change everything all the time. If your girl is still working with an applicator, honey, I salute you. But if you can do good makeup with an applicator, holy moly, you are going to be like Picasso with a brush. It's going to be for real. It's going to be insane. Now, for my other girls out there, let me holler at you for a minute. Just let me borrow your ear. Here's what we got to do. We have grown up on one set, right? I am going to triple dog dare you all to add more bulk to your brushes. Hear me out. If you have a brush that you love how it performs, get a couple of them. The worst thing in the world for our makeup is for us to use dirty brushes on it. Deal? Would you pick up a dirty towel and clean your face with it? Mm-mm. Same as we shouldn't pick up a dirty brush and apply it on our face. If you have a teenage daughter or yourself is fighting or dealing with any type of acne, this right here is its worst enemy. It's going, the bacteria in me is going to set your face on fire, and I'm going to do it on purpose, because if you clean me off, I'm defenseless. I can't irritate your face. But as long as you keep me dirty, I can keep bugging and irritating and inflaming your skin. Does that make sense? So that's why some people are going, I just used the skincare and it felt really great, but then I put my makeup on and my face just felt irritated. And a lot of it isn't the skincare. Majority of it is the dirty brushes. So having multiples to get you through a week is for real important, y'all. Like seriously important. But I want to holler at you about one of my favorite brushes on the planet. This is called the blending brush. These two are beasts together. Deal? This is the liquid foundation brush. One, I've never seen a liquid foundation brush on the planet that's formed like this and stays like this. Meaning, most brushes that would have formed like this are very fluffy. The fluffier the brush, the worse my coverage is going to be. It's going to be like pulling teeth to make things covered. So with this brush, the density and how many fibers they used in this brush blew my mind. So you can get in my opinion, you can get a full coverage with this or super duper sheer coverage with this. But when you use foundation, you kind of can use them both. This brush right here alone puts so much strength behind your foundation. Now, when I say strength, that does not mean cakeiness or pasty. I don't mean strength like that. I mean beautiful skin that just looks flawlessly covered. Sound good? With minimal product. If you do not have these two, you need like 10 of them. Okay, you don't have to get 10, but at least get like 4, especially the foundation brushes. It's so important to have these daggone pretty close to clean, if not sparkling clean. I want you to think about it like this. If you can look at your foundation brush and that bad boy doesn't bend, I want you to remember this. If it don't bend, it ain't gonna blend. Sound good? It's like putting a wood plank on your face and be like, oh, this is gonna look amazing. Oh girl, it's not. So, hear me out. Clean brushes, and if you don't feel like wasting your entire life at the sink, cleaning brush after brush after brush, do yourself a favor, figure out the brushes you like the most, and get multiples of them. Make your life easy. So hook yourself up, girl. It's all good.
Okay, so let me get out of here, and that is. Let's see, let me get back to you. I should be back. Oh my goodness. Have I stopped StreamYard? Yep. Oh my. Stop sharing. Oh, I'm back. I thought I had cut us off and I'm back. You know, sometimes I think I'm doing so great and sometimes I don't. But anyway, so that was about brushes. So now we're going to talk a little bit about brows. Everybody always asking, how do I find out? How do I map my brows? How do I find out the perfect shape of my brow for me? So I'm going to talk about a couple products and then I'm going to show you some videos. So remember we talked about this brush, this spoolie brush. Well, we have 2 brow products that I'm going to show you some videos on. This is the new brow liner pencil. It is super, 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 super thin. It is truly a really thin brush. Thin, which is good for your brows. It's got a really sharp point, but don't twist up the point far because it is a fine pencil in there, and if you twist it up too far, you're going to break it off. So this is our super, let me just get it back on. It is called Precision Brow Liner, and then we have the volumizing brow tint, and this one has a really fine brush on it to get it on. So I'm going to show you some videos because that's the best way. Hopefully I'm going to show you some videos. That's the best way to show you how to map your brows and how to work them. And those two videos together are going to be about 6 minutes. So we're just going to go over our time just a little bit. So let me share that. Share audio. We're going to see if I can do this. Browse that well. Let me see. I'm going to do with this one first. This is, if you can see this screen, you know what? I'm hoping that I got the video. I've got sound on there. Okay, I'm just going to do what I can do. I think I've got sound. This is how you map the brows, and this is how you find the perfect brow shape. You take a pencil or a brow or any instrument that is long enough, and you go from the corner of the nose to the corner of the eye to the edge of the brow, and that's where it starts. Then you go from the same corner of the nose to the center of the eye, and that's where you have your second point, which is the arch. And then again from the corner of the nose to the corner of the eye to the end, and that is your brow shape. So that's how you map your brows. So I'm going to take that off, and I think you can still see me on there. So basically you would be doing it this way. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to see if I can get back to us here. Let me see. I think I'm going to stop that, and I'm going to share again because I don't remember if I did audio. Share audio. Okay, now we've got it going. Application window. All right, here we go. This is going to work now. I just pray it's going to work now. All right, so we are going to create a perfect workday brow. I'm going to make it big, and we are going to okay, that should have
There's
done
something
it.
I'm super excited to share with you. It's a new product, but it's something you already know and love.
Somehow I can't seem to
New
get
Timeline Miracle Set 3D. What?
Okay.
Mary Kay changed Timeline? That's the product I've been using for years.
Always have
But now
this
it's better
problem.
than ever. With a new Timeline
I'm back. I'm back. You know, every time I think I've got it down, just forgive me, girls. I am not the professional here, so thank you for that. So that was how to do your brows. I think next week, because we're already at 35 minutes, I'm going to go over that. I'm going to show you another quick video on that next week, and I'm going to go to eye shapes. Just to let you know, we're going to talk about eye shapes next week, and we have normal, wide set, close set, hooded eyes, prominent eyes, and droopy eyes. And sometimes we can have two at the same time. So thank you for bearing with me. Every time I think I've got it all set up and I'm ready for you and I know what I'm doing, I seem to mess up. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you, and I will go further next week. So happy Friday. And for those of us in South Florida, I hope we're going to avoid Category 1 hurricane, but stay safe, everybody, and I'll see you on Wednesday. Have a great evening. Bye.